when Blueface hopped on the remix or whatever, it's like I knew in my soul, I'm like, oh, this is the one.
What's up, everybody? It's your host, Tallie Spencer. We are back for another episode of Hot Freestyle's Chop Up series. I'm here with social media influencer, rapper, YouTube personality, DDG. What's good?
What's good? How you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much for joining the show. We're really excited to have you. How you feeling today?
I'm a little tired, I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
I've been running around all day, but you know, I'm here. So.
Right, definitely. Well, we appreciate you tapping in with us. We got a lot to talk about, including, you got some projects on the way coming up March, and then obviously we want to go into your background, talk about your success, talk about your beginnings, but first and foremost, congratulations on everything up to this point and everything you've accomplished.
Appreciate it. It means a lot. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
For sure.
Problem. So I first just want to get into, you being somebody who started off on YouTube and being able to navigate the industry the way that you did. Can you just talk to me a little bit about, how you made that transition and why you ultimately wanted to do that?
I mean, it's not an easy transition, by the way.
Not at all.
It's very hard. There's very few people that did it. Maybe a couple people actually did it. But, I just always wanted to make music, but I just didn't take it serious at the time because I was making so much money on YouTube. So I'm like, let me go ahead and focus on this. I need to put all my time into this, secure this bag, you know what I mean? I was having fun. I was building a strong fan base and all this other stuff. So I really wanted to make the transition when I seen like a dip in the YouTube money, to be honest with you.
Oh, when did you see a dip?
It was like an adpoc. They called it the adpocalypse. Like everybody money went down. A bunch of big companies pulled out of the YouTube ads, and it affected everybody money. So I'm like, shit, I need to go ahead and figure out another career path just in case. You know what I mean? This might be the end. Mm-hmm. So I guess it was like a blessing in disguise because I always wanted to do it. But that's what honestly really pushed me to say, you know what? I'm gonna just do it. I'm gonna really go full rap mode and full music mode on them. And it worked,
Yeah, it definitely worked. I mean, Moonwalking in Calabasas is on Billboard Hot 100. That song has been on my Rap Caviar Spotify playlist for like months.
Yeah, it's been on Rap Caviar for about 7 months.
Yeah,
so that's lit.
So you can definitely say you took a risk, it worked out, and now we here.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't necessarily a risk because I can always come back and do YouTube when I want to. But it's just like, music I got like a true passion for it. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's not like something that I'm just doing just to do. Like I want to be legendary in it. You know what I mean? Like anything that I do, I want to take it to that level of like super duper successful, So I'm gonna keep doing this until I make it all the way. You know what I mean?
Right, definitely. And with YouTube, you did have a lot of subscribers, a lot of followers. That's where your fan base really comes from. Would you say that it's kind of been easier, I guess, to transition into rap because of that fan base, or because of
100% no.
No?
If I could have caught a body or something like that, then start rapping and blew up quicker. You know what I'm saying? That's how.
So?
Seriously, like.
I feel like one of the hardest things is like getting that fan base.
Nah, yeah, it's hard to get a fan base, but if you pop off like when you ain't got no background, like people can look up YouTube videos and automatically create like an assumption, but a lot of people don't know, like a lot of my, like, this is exclusive, okay?
Okay, we got
a lot of my videos is acting. Like I'm acting like a motherfucker in them. You know what I'm saying? Like, so people might look at that and try to perceive me a certain type of way, like I'm corny or soft or something like that. You know what I mean? So it's like when you don't do nothing like that to give people that idea or like some type of image of you, it's easier for you to get into the rap world. So a lot of people just didn't take me serious off the jump because they look at these YouTube videos that's getting all these views and try to create like an assumption of me, but in real life, like, I'm just I'm just like them, you know what I mean? Right. But it's like,
That's what I feel like you got to do, though, for YouTube in order to kind of create content. But I would say it's not too far off from the music industry as well. Like, people rap about things that they don't go through and experience all the time.
Yeah, but it's like, that's different, though. That's like, I think with YouTube, it's like, it's really like TV. It's like Netflix, you know what I mean? You watch a movie, you still catch emotions from that movie that you watch, even though there's a whole script behind it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. So it's like, YouTube is really just having your own show. That's why they call each page a channel. It's like turning the channel, you know what I mean? And people just like my channel. Yeah, people just like my channel. So it's like, every single day I'm a regular human. And I might wake up one day and not feel like doing nothing. Also me calling off of work. So I got to create a scenario, you know what I mean? So it's like, that's how it go, you know?
Okay, that makes sense. I think like having that fan base though, and just being able to come up off of, you know, having that support system already kind of behind you, do you feel like a lot of your audience was surprised when you started rapping, or do you think like they took it as a joke at first?
I think it was they wasn't surprised. Like people, before I started really rapping, I was doing like diss tracks, but they was going viral because that was just like the era of YouTube where everybody was doing diss tracks. But mine was going like super viral. So, I mean, people always knew I can rap, but then when I really started doing it, I feel like people just didn't take it as serious. You know what I mean?
Right.
Which is typical, you know what I mean? I guess that's how it go.
When you first start out.
Yeah, but when you stick at it and you doing stuff like grabbing plaques, touching billboards, it's like it's not too many people that can really like, then people start saying, oh, DDG's underrated. You know what I mean? Right now I'm in that era where people like, oh, he's underrated. But in reality, like I've been hard, you know what I'm saying? It's just like people just said I'm underrated because a lot of people haven't gave my music a chance yet.
Right.
So it's like, you know.
But I do feel like, you know, the numbers speak for themselves, especially Moonwalking in Calabasas being like your top song right now with the remix and Blueface. It's almost at 39 million views on YouTube.
Yeah, it's at 40 million views on YouTube.
40 million, okay.
And on Spotify, it's over 100 million.
Man, that's crazy. So it's like, how could people look at those numbers and be like, you know, like, I'm gonna not give this a chance. If I see numbers like that, I'm be like, all right, I'm gonna tap in and watch.
You asking the wrong person. I've been trying to figure that out for a minute, you know. But I don't really care. You know, at the end of the day, like when I know I got a fan base that's gonna take me to the top.
Right.
So it's like if somebody else don't want to believe in the hype or something like that, eventually you're gonna have to. Like if you turn on the radio somewhere, you gotta hear my song. You can't turn it off. You know what I mean? It's on the hip hop station.
Right.
You gotta listen to it. So it's like, you know, I don't really be caring, but I also don't be liking to sound cocky. So I just like to play that, you know, that underrated role. You know, I'm still grinding to win people over or whatever. But in reality, it's like, it's inevitable.
Right. I see the confidence for sure. Like you do have like this confidence about you, but you're not cocky with it, which I respect too. Because it's like, it is something where in the industry, you do have to kind of work your way to earn like this level of respect. And, you know, with you, I'm curious, like who have been some rappers, singers, or just people in the industry who have been some of your biggest supporters?
Biggest supporters? I would just say Blueface, really. Like, you know, when me and him did that song, like he promoted that song like it was his. And it was like, prior to that, like in 2020, I was just dropping music. Like I wasn't talking to my label or nothing. Like I was like, you know what? I'm not waiting on nobody no more.
Right.
And that's where a lot of artists mess up at. They wait on the label when they get signed, and then they feel like they got to answer to somebody. But all 2020, I was moving like an independent artist. So like just dropping songs all the time, no features. I didn't have any big cosigns, you know what I'm saying? So it's like when Blueface hopped on the remix or whatever, it's like I knew in my soul, I'm like, oh, this is the one. Like this shit finna go crazy.
Did you know because you knew it was gonna be a hit right after you recorded?
Yeah, it was like in my head, every time something good start happening, I feel like it's gonna mess up somewhere. You know what I mean? And I was just like, damn, I hope this shit fall through. Like somebody gonna try to strike it down, some blah 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 blah. But everything went smooth. We had a few little legal issues go around or whatever, but other than that, like it went up, and then you know he promoted it like it was his. So you know.
The rest is history. What do you feel like changed after that song came out and then did the numbers that it did? Did that kind of validate things for you in music?
Yeah, for sure, 100%. I feel like people started tapping in. Like, it's a lot of artists that start hitting me up to do music with me. Like, I got songs with like people that I grew up listening to now. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's just dope just to see, you know. But, you know, I look at it like people tell me all the time, like I be asking artists that's already been in the game for a minute, and I be like what advice you can give me? And they be like, man, just take it as business. Yeah. Don't get your feelings too much in it. So I look at all these DMs and stuff like that. It's like, it's business until me and you really kick it. And we, you know what I mean? I get to know you as a person and stuff like that. Because a lot of people, they just play like they friends.
That's why they say the industry can be fake at sometimes. But that's something that you learn and you navigate by actions and by who really works with you and supports your music. Who do you feel like is like the most surprising person that's reached out to you to either congratulate you on your success or wanted to work with you?
It's been a lot of people. Like I can't really pinpoint
anyone that surprised you the most. Like they reached out to work with you.
That's a good question. I got a song with YoungBoy coming out, and he don't do features with people like that.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like surprised that he hopped on it. I was like, oh, that's dope. You know what I mean? So I was like, people know I'm hard.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They started
like,
to reach out, and now you working with different people. Which, speaking of, you got your Die for Respect album, your project, your tape dropping this month, 3/19. So I saw that you dropped the track list for it recently. You got some dope features on there: Coi Leray, NBA YoungBoy, PNB Rock. That's super
Tyler
dope.
Yahweh, 2K Baby.
Yep. Who was like the most surprising feature on there?
I feel like everybody going crazy over it. I got a crazy fan base.
Yeah, no, I know.
But he got a crazy fan base. Like, I'm like, damn, this is wild. You know what I mean? I ain't never experienced no fan base like this. So I think that song gonna go up. But in all honesty, like, that's not even my favorite song on the tape.
Which one is your favorite?
It's the second one. It's just me on it.
Okay.
But it's like, it's no feature on it. It's just like, you gonna hear it. It's like one of those songs where, I'm really speaking from the heart. You know what I mean? And I'm saying some stuff. It's relationship type of thing. Everybody can relate to it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I'm excited for people. And I purposely put it right after the YoungBoy song because I know they're going to listen to that song and they're going to trickle right into my favorite song.
I see.
So I'm excited to see how
it's meant to be
play.
listened in order.
Yeah. You got to listen to the whole thing all the way through.
Okay. On that second track, no features, just you. It's your favorite song. You said you talk about relationship things, and is that like related to your own personal relationship life? Or,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I speak of my own stuff. Yeah.
All right. So with that, being the topic of relationships, I do want to get into what's your relationship status. I feel like people are always kind of questioning, like, is he single? Is he not? Like, what's going on?
I would say I guess I'm single. But you know how it go.
I don't know.
Complicated. Sometimes
I don't do
it get
the back and forth stuff, so I don't know.
Yeah, it get I do the back and forth stuff.
Okay.
That's my issue. But hey, it is what it is,
Yeah, it'd be like that.
It'd be like that, yeah.
So what do you feel like? Do you feel like the back and forth stuff is toxic ever at all? Because I know.
I feel like I'm toxic, to be honest with you.
Are you a toxic person?
I came to conclusion with it.
What makes you feel like that? Why are you toxic?
I don't know. I just am. Like, I'm just.
You got to recognize you're toxic.
I recognize it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Shit, some stuff I got to work on, But, I feel like it comes from a good place.
Yeah. As long as your intentions are there, I feel like everybody is a little bit toxic. But as long as you understand that you're toxic, and you're working towards that, then.
So say you with a dude, right? And he don't text you back for about 3 hours.
3 hours?
And he with his homies. What you doing?
He with his homies. It's
nah, that's not. See, that's a lie. You ain't like that. I already know you're not like that.
What you mean? I'm not gonna.
Where the hell you at? Blah, 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 blah. That's how all girls is. Like,
over 3 hours?
Realistically, that's how all girls is.
Maybe
I feel like everybody
if
toxic.
I was dating a rapper, maybe it'd be a little different.
Exactly. See? I'm a rapper. So, I gotta deal with certain stuff like that. So it's like, it is what it is, though. It comes with the territory.
Yeah, it absolutely does. But I feel like, when as a rapper, when you're dating, you have to do a little bit more to kind of create trust in your partner. Because there's women and just people in general who want to get close to you, who throw themselves at you literally every day, every hour of the day. It's so accessible.
Yeah.
So do you feel like, for you, is that kind of like a challenge in terms of?
Nah, I done been there, done that. Even before I started, like, really taking off and stuff like that. I went to college. I stayed in dorms. I done been in and out. You know what I mean? So I don't really look at it. It's not
Where'd
really.
You go to college?
Central Michigan University.
Okay. You graduated?
Nope. I dropped out my sophomore year. But that don't really excite me no more. I like relationships. I'm a relationship type of dude.
Okay, so being in a relationship is just more comforting to you.
It's more comforting and it's more challenging.
Why is it more challenging?
Because it's easy for me to like, not to sound too cocky,
No.
but like I'm a nice dude. I'm a good looking dude, you know what I mean? So it's like, I know how to approach a woman and I know how to capture a woman and all this other stuff, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's easy for
Sounds
me.
like a womanizer to me.
What's that? Really? Is that bad?
No, I mean, okay, you say you got game, obviously.
Yeah.
You know how to move.
Yeah, I know how to move, man. You know, I'm a charming young man.
So being in a relationship to you, what do you feel like are some of the benefits versus like being single? Because you're young also, and you're at the beginning of your career. You know, some people would say a relationship could hold you back at this age.
Yeah, I never let a relationship hold me back, ever. That's one of the things I could pat myself on the back about. Like, no matter what I'm going through in a relationship, I'm always get my work done.
Yeah.
No matter what, like, I don't care what you're talking about, I'm gonna get my work done. And then I'm gonna come back and handle this.
That's good. That's good. That's how it should be. You gotta put your career first, put yourself first. That's why I feel like it could be, you know, a little bit challenging to be in a relationship, given you're at the rise of your career as a rapper. You know, you deal with a lot of things, but you also, like, where do you find the time to like give yourself to a relationship?
I mean, really being an artist, especially in the pandemic, is not really much to do.
Right, we're in a pandemic.
Yeah, so I feel like right now, especially, it's easy being in a relationship. You know, I got a lot of time on my hands right now. So when the world opens up, pretty sure that time gonna get cut down. But, you know, for now, it's like, it's hella easy. I spend a lot of time with whoever I'm with.
Right. Okay. Got you. And I saw you tweet just the other day, just because, you know, looking at your tweets, but you tweeted, "I love my bitch."
I shouldn't have tweeted that.
You said you single, but you love somebody right now. Are you still dating Ruby? What y'all doing?
That's what this is, huh?
Yeah. I wanna know. I gotta know.
All right. No, we cool. We still talk.
Okay.
We cool, yeah. Huh?
But you single.
Yeah.
Okay. I know how it is, so you can.
Yeah. You know how it is.
All right.
You know how it is.
Wanted to clarify, just, you know, wanted to know.
Yeah, that's how it be, you know?
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Do you feel like, you know, with your guys' relationship being so public and, you know, being able to like just go through the things that you go through on a public scale, do you feel like if y'all were to try to work things out again, do you feel like you're going to make things more private next time, or do you like, you know, the publicity aspect?
I wish I can be private, but it's like I can't do anything. Like, if I liked your picture right now, it's gonna be 3 YouTube videos uploaded about that like. It's gonna be a bunch of different kids that DM you, you know what I mean, saying he's not blah 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 blah
Yeah.
blah, like trying to tell you about me, you know what I mean? So it's like, I really,
social media, I mean, the likes these days mean a lot.
yeah, and it's like it's almost impossible for me to have like a all the way private relationship. So I mean, like, I just accepted it. You know, eventually it'll work out.
Okay, I feel that. I feel like, you know, sometimes with that kind of stuff, it's better left to be private. But like you said, you just gotta go with the flow, and you're a public person. You know,
Yeah.
It's about, you know, showcasing your life and what you do. So people want to know those things.
Yeah, track 2 is about all of this.
Okay, track 2. I'm excited to hear track 2.
Track 2.
Is it like a heartbreak song or what kind
Yeah, it's something like that.
of heartbreak?
It's album vibes. This is a mixtape, by the way. This is track 2 album vibes. That's how I'm talking my album.
All right.
Speaking of my album, so yeah, I'm excited.
Cool. Well, I'm excited to hear that one, I think, the most. And then I'm excited to hear your one with Coyle Ray, too. How did y'all link up?
Coyle Ray, cool as hell. I met her through a mutual friend. And yeah, she's a dope person. She got high energy. So, you know, she had sent me like a remix to do. She got a song called G.I. Joe. And she sent me to do the remix, and I did it. And then I sent her the song called Impatient back, and she knocked it out ASAP. So
There you go.
fire. It's fire too.
Yeah, she fire. She's hot right now, too.
Yeah, she's super hot.
Was that before No More Parties blew up? Or was
Yeah. She did that before No More Parties. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that just helps. That helps everything. And then PNB Rock, that's another one I saw on there. I'm excited about. Obviously Blueface, and then there was another person that you said.
2K Baby, Tyler
Yeah.
Yahweh. Yep.
So were all these people like people that you were cool with before? Like you met?
Yeah, Tyler Yahweh, that's like my dog. 2K Baby, that's my homie. He just moved out here, so yeah, these people I be kicking it with.
All right. And what do you feel like is the main message that you really want people to take away from this album? Like, what are they gonna look towards or learn from it after hearing it?
I feel like it's very relatable. Like, I feel like it's really just me just speaking on what you can already look up, you know what I mean? And just putting it into musical form, you know? So it's like, say you ain't want to watch 5 years of vlogs of me. You could just listen to this tape.
And that'll tell us everything we need to know.
It'll tell you everything.
Wow.
Most of it.
That's what makes a good project, in my opinion. You know, when there's like a storytelling aspect. Is there any like surprising information that people will find out through listening through this project?
I'd say track 2.
Okay.
And 1, Hood Melody with Envy a Young Boy. All of them though, really, like, you just gotta bump it. It's heat, it's fire. I'm not gassing it either. Like, I can admit when like some of my music was not, I can cuss.
Yeah.
Some of my music like wasn't hard or some shit like that. Like my last project, Valedictorian, was not hard. That's
You don't think so?
It wasn't hard at all.
Was it a fan favorite though? Like, do people?
I didn't like it. So if I don't like it, I know another motherfucker don't like it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, this one, I love it. I can genuinely say I love it.
That speaks volumes.
Yeah, I can bump it myself. You know what I mean? And I really listen to this project every day I get in the car.
Really? I was going to ask you, do you listen to yourself on a daily basis?
That's all I do is listen to myself.
Okay.
Just because, not to be like conceited or whatever. It's really just to see if I get bored of my own music. And I have not got bored of this yet.
You admit when you do get bored of your own music?
Yeah, I got bored of Valedictorian. Okay. I didn't like it. Truthfully. But I had other features on this project, Die for Respect. I had more songs, but I really trickled it down to like the best ones. And you know, I didn't do that for Valedictorian. I put every song that I made on that motherfucker. Well,
that will happen. You know, they say your first project, you get tired of it, it gets played out, but then as you find your sound, because it takes a minute to kind of find your sound and what you like and what you do, that's when you start, you know, really fuck with your own music.
Yeah, I definitely found my sound. I'm excited for people to hear this.
I'm excited for people to hear it too. I want to jump a little bit kind of outside of music and outside of some of the things that you do to stay busy. What would you say are like some of your main hobbies outside of the music?
Good question. I would say basketball, sports, you know. I feel like I'm an athletic person.
Okay, speaking of basketball, I did see your episode of the Crew League. That was a dope game, even though you guys lost, right?
Yeah, we lost because of my teammates.
Oh, really?
But you know, I don't like to point fingers, but okay. I don't usually lose.
Yeah, you don't usually lose. I can tell you're kind of like a competitive person.
I'm super competitive. Yeah. Extremely. Very.
What do you think makes you so competitive? What's your sign?
I'm a Libra.
Okay, I feel like Libras maybe are just competitive.
Libra's very competitive and very like head on. Like, I gotta win.
Yeah, I can see that with basketball being.
Yeah, basketball.
Do you have a basketball court at your house?
I do actually. I just got it like last month. It's some change to go. So I'll be out there hooping or whatever. Okay. I box too.
Box, basketball.
Box. I used to box back in the day on some tournament shit. Yeah, I used to really box.
Oh wow. Did you have a trainer or how'd you learn?
Yeah, it was like a whole team, like a boxing team. Oh, okay. Used to travel, box people, win trophies and medals and stuff, come back home. Yeah.
In where? Like high school?
Michigan. I was a kid though. I was like younger, like, you know, you still keep the fundamentals though.
Right. So you still know how?
Yeah, for sure.
So if somebody were to challenge you in a boxing match, like today, like right now.
I'm ready.
Right,
yeah.
Let's go.
I got, it's something coming up actually. I could tell you about it off camera though.
Okay.
But I love boxing.
Boxing, all right. And then do you play like video games or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm a video game head for sure.
What kind of video games do you play?
I'm like a legend at Call of Duty and 2K.
All right. I grew up on like video games too, but a little bit, but not that. More like Spyro.
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Yeah. That's usually what girls play and shit.
Are you trying to tell me Pokemon is a girls game?
Nah. It's just like girls play like easier games. Like
Pokemon's
Call of Duty.
hard.
Call of Duty is something that you really gotta sit there and you gotta learn. Okay, if I see a red dot on my map this way, that mean the team gotta be that way or this way. You know what I mean? You gotta really have an IQ for that shit. Girls not equipped for that.
Girls don't got the IQ?
They ain't got the video game IQ like that, like I do. So I'm just, I feel like Call of Duty is something you gotta be sharp.
I'll give you that. I speak from my personal experience. I'm sure there's some girls out there who could probably beat you.
Nah. Definitely not.
That's just, you're saying that because you're competitive.
Yeah, probably. Or I'm just good. Either or.
What's something that you're not good at?
Something I'm not good at. That's a great question.
We gonna be here for a long time thinking about this one.
Yeah, it's some stuff that I'm not good at. I'm not good at. It's a fun fact. I was valedictorian in high school, right? Straight A's, 4.0, yeah, 4.0, like real life. Did the speech. You can YouTube the speech and everything. But I can read, obviously, but I never read a full book.
Really?
I think I got ADHD probably. It's so boring to me.
Wait, you have to read books in high school?
I know, I'm a skimmer though. Like I'm a super skimmer. I'm a skimmer / highlighter. Like I'm gonna just look for the word and highlight it. Come back to it later. Like I never read. I have never read a book before.
That's still a skill. That's not something that you're not good at. Because
technically
that means you're good at reading.
You're right. Okay.
Found a way to flip it.
I'm not good at
baking? You know how to bake?
I'm not good at cooking.
Okay.
I could cook you some mean eggs though. I cook you some good ass eggs. But like other than that, I can't cook shit.
4-course meal? No.
None of that. I give you some eggs, some toast, microwave some bacon for you.
What kind of eggs?
Scrambled.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. The other one I'll be flipping and then the yolk go everywhere.
Over medium?
Yeah, so I don't really be trying
I like my eggs.
Yeah. I'm a scrambler.
All right. Gotta put that to the test one day. DDG makes scrambled eggs. And we gotta have a competition. I feel like I make like really good eggs.
Yeah, I'm all right. I can make some good ones.
Okay, cool. One more thing I wanted to talk about. You being valedictorian, I think that's super dope. And I'm curious as to why, you didn't end up like finishing school. Being valedictorian, I'm sure you got like scholarships and stuff, right? Yeah,
actually, this is another story. Like before I went to Central Michigan, I was supposed to go to Oakland University because I had a full ride, right? But in order to activate the full ride, I had to get a 21 on my ACT. Okay. You know what the ACT is?
Yeah, I took it.
What'd you get?
A 3. Wait.
There's no way you got a 3. You get like 3 points for writing your name.
I thought you meant the AP test.
No.
The ACT, oh yeah.
ACT, yeah. I took the ACT. Like some people, West Coast take SAT, I think. Yeah. Something, I don't know.
I took the SAT. I didn't take the ACT.
Yeah,
I took the AP test.
Yeah. I took the ACT. The highest you can get is a 36. I needed a 21 to get into this full ride. So I was like, okay. I took the test 3 times. I got a 20 the first time, a 20 the second time, and a 19 the third time. So I'm like, damn, it's just not meant to be. So I ended up going to Central Michigan University. And then when I got to school, that's when I really got into YouTube. And then went through my freshman year, really just caught a vibe and was just vlogging and stuff like that, vlogging my college experience and all of that. And I started growing a lot. And then I got into this relationship with this girl, and that's when I really realized that relationships is really the thing on YouTube. I never got into that, you know what I mean? And then I started doing like pranks and stuff like that. Real pranks, by the way. I was doing like cheating pranks and stuff like that on her, and it blew up.
Those always make me so sad.
Yeah, it took off. So when it took off, I got back to college, and at this time, I'm making like $20,000 a month. Like I'm making a lot of money at the age of 19. So I'm like, okay, like, do I need to stay in college? You know what I mean? I was studying broadcasting and then a minor in acting. Like,
like broadcast journalism?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I studied.
Yeah. So it's like, I was already kind of doing it, kind of, sort of, you know what I mean? I was recording myself
like the new age,
yeah, it's the same thing. Look, camera, you know what I mean? I'm doing it right now. I still didn't graduate. So it's like, okay, so I'm like, I just asked my homies, I was like, how much money y'all need to like drop out? And he was like, shit, man, if I was making $8K a month, I'm out of here. I'm like, shit, all right. So then I sat on it. I ended up skipping school for like 3 weeks. And then I was getting like viral videos throughout those 3 weeks. And I'm talking about I was sitting in my dorm. Like I wasn't going to class at all. Like I was just sitting in my dorm, making videos, walking around, eating, chilling with the homies, playing basketball. Like, you know, in college, teachers don't care. They're getting paid. Yeah. You know what I mean? They don't care if you, really. Yeah, if you don't show up, you paying for the class, I don't care, you know. So I never got a call from a teacher, nothing like that. So after those 3 weeks, I just had an epiphany. I'm like, man, I'm gone. Dang. I moved to LA.
Must be nice. What's the most money you've ever made from YouTube in a month?
In a month, I think the most I ever made was probably like 160 or something like that.
What? 160,000 in 1 month?
Yeah, like I know people that make an M a month. Like that's really on the low end. It was just, it's really like it's genuinely harder to be like a black creator on YouTube.
Really?
Yeah, it's way harder. You know what I mean? Like just because it's like you got this pot of people that can relate to you, and then if you're white, you got that can relate to you. You know what I mean? So like you might have this white kid or whatever that wouldn't want to watch me because I got tattoos all over my arm, or like, you know, their parents don't want to watch me or something like that. You know what I mean? It's a lot of white kids that look up to me and all of that stuff. But I'm saying like to the general public, you know what I mean? It's like being a black creator on YouTube is way harder to grow.
Interesting.
But I was doing that amount of money consistently, so you know that shit added up.
Right. That's a lot. That's like a whole year's salary for some people.
Yeah.
Or not the average American.
Yeah, but I had to grind extra hard, you know. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Well, that's dope. I mean, you made it to where you are now. You got a lot of things going from yourself, and then even your YouTube, like that's still something that you could technically always do just for like an extra little check, you know? Yeah,
I don't never look at it for money though. I just look at it as like, you know, when my supporters or whatever ask for a video, I'm like, you know what, let me go ahead and drop a video for them.
Right. I know you think you would ever go back to doing it like full time?
Nah. Okay. I feel like, I mean, I still like recently this month I have been like uploading some videos. I probably uploaded like 5-6 videos this month maybe. But you know, I used to upload 3 videos a day.
That's a lot.
Yeah, like I used to 2 to 3 videos a day. So, you know, this is inconsistent for me, but it's like I feel like I'm a lot more sane. You know, keeping up with those videos gets stressful.
I'm sure. And then like thinking of the concepts and the topics that you're gonna do. You know. Yeah. But I mean, look, if I was to have a whole full-fledged family, it'd be different. What do you mean?
I'll be making an M a month.
Oh, having a family?
Yeah, that's like the truth.
Really? Why do families make them?
Like, cause you got 3 different people. Let's just say I got a girl and I got a son. That's 3 different people plus me. I mean, including me, that you can be a fan of. So if you see me with this person, and we living in the same house, we can create every single day.
That's true.
That's how a lot of people flourish, through families and relationships. That's the truth behind it. But me, you know, I'm by myself. So it's a little more difficult, you know.
I mean, you know, despite it being difficult, I will say that you have managed to have this fan base that does support you, and you can translate to any other platform. You know, from your YouTube audience, I will say like they support you on Instagram, they support you on Spotify, Apple Music, Twitter. You know, like you can literally tell your fans, tell everyone to go pre-save this album.
Yeah.
You know, and they'll do it. They'll listen.
Yeah, it's a lot of people that, but I can't say like a lot more people know me for music now. Versus it used to be like, oh, I watch your videos every day. Yeah. Now it's like, Moonwalking is my favorite song, you know. So it's like
I discovered you through the Rap Caviar, through music.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't even too familiar with your YouTube background until I started, you know, doing some research. But then I heard Moonwalking, and that was the song that put me on. And
yeah, that's why I like it. I like it that way. I like people to discover my music, and then go down the YouTube rabbit hole and learn about my whole upbringing and stuff like that.
Your documentary is gonna be lit, especially because you have, you know, captured footage of everything. It's gonna be easy to put together. Hell yeah, like you just go in there, search, and put it together. Man, what age do you think you're gonna have a documentary? Like you want one?
I think I could do a documentary now for real.
Okay.
You know, a lot of people like my story, you know. A lot of people grew up watching me, you know, so it's like.
Wait, how old are you?
23.
Okay.
Yeah, but I started when I was like 17. So that's like 6 years of consistent documentation. Yeah, like it's like you can literally see me at my old house saying, "Damn, I can't. When is this video gonna blow up, and when I'm gonna blow up, or stuff like that." Like actually be talking to the camera, asking the camera.
Yeah.
Broke as hell. You know what I mean? So it's like you can literally see me come from this person to who I am now.
Right.
You know.
40 million views later.
Yeah.
Are you excited for the world to open back up and do shows, performances?
Yeah, that's when I'm most happy. I love tour.
Yeah.
I love seeing supporters in person and seeing people go crazy over me. Like that just shows me that I'm doing something right. Like my main goal is to inspire people. So when I see people reciting my music or just freaking out over me at a meet and greet, that makes me feel good, you know?
Right, yeah. It kind of just puts it into perspective of like, you know, you're the superstar you always wanted to be.
Yeah, but I don't even look at it like that. Like I don't consider myself a celebrity or nothing like that. I really be just chilling.
Yeah.
For real. You know, I like to stay humble that way.
You are humble. You
Yeah.
are humble. But that's a good thing. Keep that mentality. You know, I feel like it does take you a long way versus people acting like, oh yeah, I'm this, I'm that. You better, you know who you're talking to.
Yeah.
So I feel like that just, you know, kind of creates respect too. So
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, cool. So we got Die for Respect coming out
March 19th.
March 19. All right. We got some dope features to be on the lookout for. What else can people expect from you this year?
This year, you know, Die for Respect. I'm gonna drop a video to every song. That's the goal, right?
Visual album.
Once I get all of that out, album. You know, I'm really just focused on the music this year, but I do got some stuff. I got a little side play going on. I'm gonna just have to go ahead and do that. You know what I mean? When is this coming out?
I'd probably like 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, no, I'm boxing somebody.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm finna knock a nigga out real quick.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, do we know them?
It's something, I don't know who he is either, but it's just like, it's money, you know? Money, you know, free promo, blah, blah,
Your
blah.
boxing skills on display.
I've been wanting to box since I was a kid, so I'm like, man, this is crosses off my bucket list. Let me just go ahead and knock dog out.
You've been training? Is something you got training for?
Yeah, I've been training just a little bit. I'm gonna freshen up,
Okay.
get right.
All right, so we'll be on the lookout for that too then. So you got a lot of things coming 2021. I think that's everything. We're good to go. All right, DDG, well, thank you so much for joining us. This was an amazing interview. We'll be sure to catch up next time whenever the new music drops, and we'll see you next time.
Let's get it.